The neural interface disconnected with a sharp click, and Harry's eyes snapped open. The ceiling above him wasn't the worn plaster of his apartment on Earth, it was smooth, dark metal etched with bioluminescent patterns that pulsed like a heartbeat. Warning, unregistered biological signature detected in Sector 7, a voice announced in a language Harry shouldn't have understood, yet did. He sat up, his body moving with unexpected fluidity. The cabin was sparse, a sleeping pod, a storage unit, and a door that shimmered with an energy field. Through the translucent barrier, he could see them, 12 figures, none of them human. Harry's hand instinctively went to his temple, where the neural interface had been moments ago. His last memory was of the lab on Europa Station, where he and Honey had been testing the prototype quantum consciousness bridge. Something had gone catastrophically wrong. The door hissed open. The aliens didn't rush in. They stood in a semicircle, their bodies ranging from crystalline and angular to fluid and biomechanical. The one at the center a being that resembled living mercury poured into a vaguely humanoid form. Forward, human Harry Dizzy. It spoke through a translation device that floated beside its head. You have been retrieved from the quantum substrate. Your neural pattern was fragmenting across 17 dimensions. Where's Honey? Harry demanded, his voice steadier than he felt. A ripple passed through the assembled aliens' communication, he realized, happening on frequencies beyond human perception. Engineer Honey designation is in Medical Bay 3, a different alien responded. This one insectoid with compound eyes that reflected Harry's image 1,000 times over. Her consciousness required more extensive reconstruction. Harry pushed past them, and surprisingly, they let him. The corridor outside was vast, with walls that seemed to breathe. Through observation ports, he glimpsed the impossible, a nebula spinning outside, but they were moving through it at speeds that should have been fatal. This is the Void Hammer, the Mercury being said, flowing alongside him. A warship of the Convergence Fleet. We are currently 7,000 light-years from your solar system, engaged in conflict with the Devourers, entities that consume dimensional barriers. Your experiment on Europa Station created a breach. They would have used it to reach your galaxy's physical layer within solar cycles. Harry stopped walking. We caused this, inadvertently, but you also provided the solution. The alien gestured to a wall that suddenly became transparent, revealing a massive chamber below. Dozens of beings worked around a structure that made Harry's mind ache to perceive. A device built from mathematics made solid, from equations given form. Your quantum consciousness bridge, expanded, it allows us to predict the Devourer's movements across probability streams. They reached Medical Bay 3. Honey lay suspended in a field of golden light, her dark hair floating around her face like she was underwater. Her eyes were closed, but biorhythmic displays showed strong activity. She recovered. The insectoid alien said, her neural architecture is remarkable. She retained coherence longer than any biological we've encountered during dimensional transit. Can I talk to her? Not yet, but soon. An alert klaxon shattered the moment. 3 sharp pulses that made the ship itself seem to tense. Devourer swarm detected, the Mercury being said, its form suddenly rigid. We require your assistance, human Harry designation. I'm not a soldier. I'm a physicist. Exactly why we need you. They brought him to the bridge, a spherical chamber where crew stations floated in null gravity. At the center was a chair, or rather, a neural throne identical to the one from his lab, but evolved, advanced beyond anything he'd imagined. When you sit, you'll connect to the ship's quantum prediction array, the insectoid explained. Your pattern of thought, specifically how your consciousness collapsed probability waves during the accident, creates a unique signature. You can see the Devourers before they fully materialize, and if I refuse, the Mercury being's voice held no threat, only truth. 300 inhabited worlds lie in the swarm's path. 60 billion sentient beings. They will be consumed, their reality unraveled into base entropy. Harry looked back at the medical bay's direction, where Honey lay healing. They'd caused this, not intentionally, but their curiosity, their drive to push boundaries, had torn a hole in space-time. He sat in the throne. The connection was instantaneous and overwhelming. Harry became the ship, felt its massive bulk moving through space, sensed the crew's thoughts humming like a symphony, and beyond, in the spaces between dimensions, he felt them, the Devourers, entities of pure hunger existing in superposition until they chose to feed. I see them, Harry whispered. 12 vectors, collapsing toward this position. But there's a pattern there, avoiding specific quantum frequencies. Can you identify which frequencies? The Mercury being asked. Harry's consciousness expanded through the prediction array. processing data across timelines that hadn't happened yet. Yes, it's similar to the frequency Honey and I were using. They can't exist where conscious observation is too strong. Weaponize it, the insectoid commanded. The next hours were a blur of human intuition merged with alien technology. Harry guided the Void Hammer through battles that occurred across multiple dimensions simultaneously. When he predicted a Devourer's emergence, the ship's weapons were already firing. When the swarm adapted, he adapted faster. His human unpredictability an advantage against entities that operated on quantum certainty. Finally, exhausted, he disconnected. The bridge crew made sounds he interpreted as approval. The swarm retreats. The Mercury being said, "You have saved this sector. I need to see Honey." When he returned to Medical Bay 3, she was awake. Her eyes found his immediately. "Harry," she said, her voice hoarse. "I dreamed I was scattered across stars. You were." "We both were." He took her hand, feeling the warmth of living flesh after hours of being pure consciousness. "We broke the universe a little bit, and now we help fix it." The Mercury being appeared in the doorway. "The Convergence offers you choice. Return to Earth and we will ensure the breach is sealed. Or join us. The war against the Devourers spans galaxies. Your minds, your human perspective, it's invaluable." Harry looked at Honey. She squeezed his hand. "We caused this mess," she said softly. "We should help clean it up." Harry nodded. "Besides, I've always wanted to see what's beyond the edge of known space." The warship Voidhammer turned away from human space. 2 unexpected recruits aboard, heading toward battles where reality itself was the battlefield, and consciousness the ultimate weapon, behind them. Through quantum channels they'd help create, Earth spun on, unaware of how close it had come to unraveling and of the 2 humans now standing between civilization and the hungry dark.